Have you recently inherited a home in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and aren't sure what to do next? If so, you're not alone. Inheriting a property can feel overwhelming, especially when you're also dealing with the loss of a loved one. Suddenly, you're faced with questions about probate, taxes, mortgages, maintenance costs, and whether you should keep the home, rent it, or sell it. Hi, this is Julie at VortexREI. We believe homeowners deserve trustworthy information before making major real estate decisions. So let's walk through some of the most important things you should know if you've inherited a home in Allentown, Pennsylvania. First, don't assume you can sell the property immediately. In many cases, inherited homes in Pennsylvania must go through some form of probate before ownership can be transferred or the home can be sold. The process can vary depending on how the property was titled, whether there was a will, and whether the home was held jointly with another owner. Because every situation is different, it's important to understand your legal authority before signing any paperwork or making commitments regarding the property. Second, if there are multiple heirs, everyone may need to work together. This is one of the biggest challenges families face. One sibling may want to keep the home, another may want to sell it, and someone else may want to rent it out. Unfortunately, disagreements can delay decisions, create family tension, and sometimes even lead to legal disputes. Having open conversations early and understanding everyone's goals can save a tremendous amount of stress later. Third, remember that inheriting a home doesn't necessarily mean inheriting a free and clear property. Some inherited homes still have mortgages, property taxes, liens, utility bills, or deferred maintenance issues. In some cases, there may even be code violations or insurance concerns that need immediate attention. Before making any decisions, gather as much information as possible about the property's financial condition. Understanding what's owed and what expenses may be coming can help you avoid unpleasant surprises. Another issue many families overlook is the cost of holding a vacant property. An empty home can become expensive very quickly. Property taxes, insurance, utilities, lawn care, and maintenance expenses continue even if nobody is living there. Vacant homes may also be more susceptible to vandalism, weather damage, or other issues that can affect the property's value. That's why it's important to develop a plan sooner rather than later. Now let's talk about your options. Option number 1 is keeping the home. Some families choose to move into the property or hold it as a long-term investment. This can be a good option if the home is in solid condition and fits your financial goals. Option number 2 is turning the property into a rental. While rental income can be attractive, it's important to understand the responsibilities that come with being a landlord, including repairs, tenant management, and ongoing expenses. Option number 3 is selling the property. Some heirs decide that selling the home is the best path because it allows them to simplify the estate, divide proceeds among family members, and avoid the costs and responsibilities of ownership. However, one of the biggest mistakes we see people make is rushing into a decision before fully understanding all of their options. Another common mistake is delaying action for months while expenses continue to accumulate. We've also seen families spend significant amounts of money making repairs that may not have been necessary for their situation. And for Pennsylvania homeowners, it's also important to understand that inheritance tax and probate considerations may affect your circumstances. Because every estate is different, getting qualified legal and tax guidance can be incredibly valuable. At VortexREI, we believe education comes first. Our role isn't to pressure anyone into selling a property. Instead, we strive to provide homeowners with information and help them understand the various paths available to them. In some situations, keeping the home may make the most sense. In others, renting could be a great option. And sometimes, selling the property may be the right decision. If selling becomes the best fit for your situation, VortexREI may be one possible solution among several available options. The most important thing is making an informed decision that works for you and your family. If you've inherited a home in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and you're not sure what to do next, we'd be happy to have a no-obligation conversation with you. We'll listen to your situation, share educational information, and help you better understand your options so you can move forward with confidence. And finally, A quick disclaimer. This video is intended for educational purposes only and should not be considered legal, tax, or financial advice. Every estate situation is unique, and homeowners should consult with qualified attorneys, accountants, or estate professionals regarding their specific circumstances. If you'd like to learn more about your options for an inherited property in Allentown, Pennsylvania, visit VortexREI.com and schedule a no-obligation conversation today. If you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. See you on the next one.